Hello and welcome to my channel Happy Hours. Today we are going to deal with the Indian polity. Indian polity, we are having two aspects like constitution and of the political system. Political system based on constitution, and it deals with the judiciary, legislature and executive. We should know what is a constitution. It is a legal document which enjoys special legal sanctity. It means the backing of law. All the laws are coming from the constitution. It contains the principles and the functions of organs of the government of a state. Now we should know what is a state. In the context of world, a state is a country. It is the entity having four elements like population, territory, government and sovereignty. The population and territory are the physical basis of a state. We can see them. And the government, it is a political basis, and sovereignty, it is a spiritual basis. We should know what is the sovereignty. Sovereignty is the supreme decision making power. A country should be sovereign. State enjoys two types of sovereignty. First is internal and the second is external. The internal sovereignty is where the laws of the states are binding on all the individuals and the organizations within its territory. In the external sovereignty, we are having the foreign relations are conducted without any external interference. It is an independent foreign policy. Means we are free to make our own external relations and external decisions. Now we should know what is a government. A government is performing three functions like lawmaking, law implementation and law adjudication. Means we are the one who is going to give the justice. As a definition of government, we can say it is an agent of a state. It is an agency or machinery by which the laws are made, implemented and adjudicated. The institution which is performing the three functions is called government. The three functions are lawmaking, which is done by legislature, law implementation by the executives, and law adjudication by judiciary, means like the advocates and judicials. Now we should know there are two types of legislature. One is unicameral and the other is bicameral. Unicameral means there is only one house, like in China, where there is only one office, that is called National People's Congress. Whereas bicameral, we are having two houses, and like UK, US and India also. In UK, the legislature is known as Parliament. There are two houses. One is House of Commons and the second is House of Lords. In US, the legislature is known as Congress and the houses are Senate and a House of Representatives. The executives are also two types. One is temporary, which is called the ministers, and the permanent, which are the civil servants. Judiciary, the system of the court. It is the institution which gives justice to the people. For the special note, we can say the objective of the constitution is to provide a limited government. That is, the constitution puts a check or restriction on the government. And the constitution, it contains the ideals and aspirations of the people. Ideals mean the goals which are achieved, and aspirations, the goals which are yet to achieve. We are moving forward to achieve them. In the Indian constitution, we are having two aspects. One, the philosophical, and the other is the governmental aspects. The philosophical aspects are four. One, the preamble, the very first page of our constitution. Second, the fundamental rights. Third, the directive principles of state and policy. And the fourth and the last is the fundamental duties. In the governmental aspects, there are three types of governments. First, we should know. First is union, second is state, and the third one is the local self-government. The union and state, they are using the three basic organs like legislative, executive and judiciary. They are both interconnected, union and state. So there are some rules and regulations which are under this, like center-state relationships, institutions, election commission, PCS, CAG, miscellaneous, creation of new states, citizenship, emergency provisions, languages and tribunals, etc. Whereas in local self-government, we are having two levels. First is rural level, and the second one is urban level. The rural level is the panchayat, and the urban is municipal bodies. Now, how the constitution was framed? We should know that it is framed by the Constituent Assembly. The elections to elect the members of the Constituent Assembly were held in July 1946, when the Britishers decided that they are going to give independence to our country. The members of the Constituent Assembly were elected by the members of provisional assemblies. The first session of the Constitutional Assembly was held on 9th December 1946, and it was presided over by the Dr. Sachidanand Sinha. It was boycotted by the Muslim League, and they demanded a separate Constituent Assembly for Pakistan. We all know that after that we got two other nations, that is Pakistan. On 11th December 1946, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected as the President of the Assembly. Sir B.N. Rao was appointed as the legal constitutional advisor to the Constituent Assembly. He was a very brilliant person, and he was having a great depth of knowledge of constitution. On 13th December, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru presented the objective resolution, which was later adopted as a preamble, which is the first page of our constitution. The Assembly constituted 22 committees to give inputs on various aspects. For that, we can go to the website Lok Sabha, where we can find all the details. The drafting committee was headed by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The Constitution was based on consensus. The Constitution was adopted by the Assembly on 26 November 1946. From that day, some of the provisions came into force, like Article 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which are the basic citizenship. 60, the oath of the President. Article 324, 366, 367, 379, 380, 388, 391, 392, 393 and 394. As per the article 394 means which articles are going to be forced in the, it is mentioned in the article on number 94, 394, that these are the articles which are going to be forced on by 26 November 1949. And there in that particular articles it was mentioned which are the forces which are going to be forced on the people by 26 January 1950. Rest of the provisions came into force from 26 January 1950, on the day the Constituent Assembly ceased to exist, transformed itself into Provisional Parliament of India, until a new Parliament was constituted in 1952. Now we are having a special note on this. The Constituent Assembly was the first Parliament of independent India. And 26 November is observed as Constitution Board Day. The objective of observing this day is to imbibe the spirit of the constitutions in the citizens. Thank you.